sucks!
Yeah, this one's for the workers who toil night and day, by hand and by brain, to earn your pay, who for centuries on past for no more than your bread, have bled for your countries and counted your dead.
We worked with volunteers.
Like us!
Come all of you Nevada girls and listen to my noise. Don't you go marry them Utah boys. If you do, your fortune will be cold cornbread and beefsteak, that's all you will see. Cold cornbread and beefsteak, that's all you will see. When he comes a courtin', I'll tell you how it'll be. He takes no coffee and he takes no tea. He speaks to your father in a reverential tone, and he almost always leaves his other wives at home. He almost always leaves his other wives at home.
My favorite non-work event was going to see the Christmas lights at Temple Square. It's like the Mormon Tabernacle, and they have a really awesome Christmas light show, so that was really fun. My favorite ISP was at our housing sponsor, Camp Costopolis, and we shoveled frozen horse poop for several hours. And it was a real joy to see the team really get into that. I've learned how to smile no matter the situation you are put in.
My favorite non-work event was hiking at Arches National Park in Moab. Favorite ISP was setting up the human race in Salt Lake City, as well as handing out waters to the runners. Skills would be warehouse skills, just doing inventory and working through the warehouses, as well as driving a large vehicle through cities.
My favorite non-work event was sleeping outside under the stars in Moab. My favorite ISP was working with the Salvation Army Angel Tree program, where we sorted toys for underprivileged kids. From this specific spike, I gained comfort driving large vehicles such as U-Hauls.
I liked jumping into the Salt Lake. It was 34 degrees Celsius. Food not bombs. I liked giving food to the elderly and seeing their reactions, and it was nice. I learned computer work and inventory working at the food bank.
My favorite non-work event was mountain biking in Moab, because they have some of the best mountain biking in the world there, and just seeing the beautiful arches there was amazing. My favorite ISP was working at the Salt Lake City Bike Collective. We fixed up bikes for young kids, which then the co-op then gives out, which is pretty cool. So we learned about mechanics of bikes. Something I'll definitely take away from this is learning a lot about the warehouse operations, and also learning a lot about the LDS Church.
Thank you very much.
Definitely going to Moab and hiking in Arches National Park. My favorite ISP was working at the Salvation Army warehouse and sorting toys for children for the holidays. So I learned how to drive a box truck U-Haul, which I've never driven anything bigger than a pickup truck, so that was cool.
Roof off, we're gonna tear the roof off, the mother sucker. Tear the roof off, the sucker. Tear the roof off, we're gonna tear the roof off, the mother sucker. Tear the roof off, the sucker.
My favorite non-work event was preparing and making video blogs to put out on the YouTube. My favorite work event was when we went to East High School for capping, and we got to tell a lot of people about the AmeriCorps NCCC program. I have learned a lot about working in a warehouse and different warehouse operations and working on the computer, and I think that I would like to work at a warehouse again in the future.
And meanwhile, back in the States... My favorite non-work event was penguining, which is where we sled down hills using our bellies and the jumpsuits. My favorite ISP was Food Not Bombs, where we served hungry people in a park. It was fun to see how a different organization went about solving the problem of hunger. I have gained confidence in driving larger vehicles.
Inspired by true events on movie screens, I am a one-man wrecking machine.
John's favorite non-work event was the time and dedication Luke and him put forward to annoying Ashley. Practical pranks mostly.
Some of the skills that John gained off the worksite were learning what makes Ashley angry. On the worksite, John learned how to organize and use the computers for a food bank, which he found out is used nationally.
His favorite ISP was working at the Bike Collective, because he got to use fun tools and helping fix bikes for little kids felt great.
I'm moving to the country, I'm gonna eat me a lot of peaches. I'm moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches. I'm moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches.